Most people think becoming a travel agent is the dream job. You get to travel, plan vacations, and live the good life, right? Travel agents don't get paid to travel. They get paid to work for everyone else's vacations. They're basically customer service reps with a passport. They spend their days chasing bookings, answering late night calls, resisting cancellations, and waiting months for a commission if the client even follows through. And the industry calls that freedom? That's not freedom. That's a fancy prison with a beach view. If you actually want to get paid to travel, not sell travel, you've got to flip the script. That's where becoming a travel insider changes everything. I'm Billy, founder of Vacation Mode Mindset. I show people how to travel more, pay less, and build residual income from it. Not by being a travel agent, by becoming a travel insider. Today I'm breaking down why you should never become a travel agent and how the private travel club model gives you wholesale access, recurring income, and real freedom. Let's pull back the curtain. A travel agent's income is 100% commission-based. If no one books, they don't get paid. Period. They spend hours comparing prices, sending quotes, dealing with clients who need to check with their spouse, and then start all over again the next day. That's not passive. That's combat. And when they finally close a sale, that commission gets split between suppliers, host agencies, and wholesalers. By the time it hits their account, it's lunch money and not life-changing income. Meanwhile, when it's time for their own vacation, they're paying retail prices like everyone else. That's not the dream. That's another job disguised as freedom. How do I know about these things? I was a travel agent at one time. I approached it a little differently. I used to put together group trips. The biggest issue was once I'd put together a trip, everyone and their mama wanted to go. When it came time to get deposits from people, they would disappear. This becomes very problematic because to put the trip together, I would have to reserve spaces, say 20, because 20 people showed interest. Then I would have to put down the money, which means I get it back when people pay their deposit. I would either have to look for more people to fill those spots or remove spaces from the trip. Some vendors would charge you a fee for this, causing you to lose money. A real pain in the ass. Another issue I dealt with was the last trip I planned. Some travel agents are independent, but I worked with an agency. I decided I no longer wanted to be a travel agent. And after the trip was all paid for, I left the company, but it was months later that we would go on the trip. You get paid your commission roughly 30 days after the trip. Time went by and I wasn't sent my commission. To make a long story short, since I was no longer at the agency, they kept my money and refused to pay me, even though I did the work. That's some bullshit. I'll never work with an agency again. Here's the part nobody talks about. You don't have to be a travel agent to get travel agent perks. A private travel club gives you direct access to the same global wholesale inventory that feeds the big booking sites before they add their markup. Sites like Expedia, Priceline, and Booking.com all pull from the same supplier network. They just tack on 20 to 50% and call it a deal. Inside the private club, you see the real price, the base wholesale rate. That's how our members book 5-star resorts for the price of 2-star hotels and can do it as a group. It's not magic, it's access. When you become a travel insider, here's what you get. Wholesale prices on hotels, resorts, cruises, entertainment, and flights, often 40 to 70% lower than public sites. Reward points that build every month, even if you're not traveling. Those points stack up and can pay for dreamcation trips, exclusive group experiences called world tours, where members travel together to bucket list destinations at below wholesale costs. lifestyle access, concerts, sporting events, theme parks, excursions, all discounted through the same platform. No licenses, no client chasing, no commission drama. You just travel smarter and keep more money in your pocket. Here's the real game changer. You can earn residual income by sharing access to the club. Through your business partnership with the club, you earn monthly income, not one-time commissions. You don't book their trips, handle their payments, or do customer service. You simply open the door to a system that does all the work. That means your income keeps growing even when you're on vacation. You can be sipping a drink in Cancun or relaxing in your backyard, and that residual check still hits. That's leverage, not labor. Now let's be real. Traditional travel agents hate this model because it exposes the markup game. They're trained to sell retail travel packages that keep customers paying more. But when someone can log in and see that same room 60% cheaper through a private club, the illusion collapses. That's why you'll never see this platform advertised on TV. It's not for everyone. It's for people who are ready to think differently about travel, money, and freedom. This isn't just about travel. It's about lifestyle design. I was never built for the 9-to-5 grind, asking permission to take time off just to live a little. The private travel club gave me leverage, the ability to earn while I explore, to create memories with my family without waiting for retirement. And it will serve me in retirement too. That's the game plan. That's what being a travel insider is really about: freedom, flexibility, ownership, building income that moves with you, not income that stops when you clock out. So don't become a travel agent. Become a travel insider. Get paid to travel. Build residual income. Access wholesale rates the public never sees. If you love travel and you're ready to create real freedom, watch my quick breakdown at the Hodge New Media website. I'll show you live price comparisons that will blow your mind. Then book a one-on-one call with me, and I'll help you map out how to make this work for your goals, your schedule, and your future. Because freedom doesn't come from commissions, it comes from access. And access is what makes you a travel insider.